Hey guys! So last week we did the 5 popular science fiction books that I am just not interested in reading. So this week we have the counterpart, 5 science fiction books that I am very excited to read. And we are just going to jump in with Ancillary Justice by Ann Leckie. This is like Vengeance Quest kind of stuff. We follow our main character, a Brack. She used to be a starship, like a battle starship, I think. And something happened, treachery, disaster, and her AI is put into a fragile human body. And now she is on the ultimate vengeance quest to and then also to answer some questions because she didn't really understand what was happening, I guess. Um, that's what I know. That generally is not something that I am super in love with. That's not a storyline that I, go to. But I have heard such amazing things about this that I'm willing to give it a shot. Um, it is a dual timeline type story, which I'm finding more and more that I like. It's a So this one is 20 years ago when this act of treachery took place, and then also present day. And so I am excited for that. And then the last part that kind of jumps out at me is super cool is that Brack comes from a culture where everybody is there is a singular pronoun, and that is she. And so everybody is she, regardless of actual gender or sex. And so I love books that challenge those preconceived notions of gender and that kind of thing. It gets me thinking. So even if I don't love the storyline, I will probably enjoy that aspect of it. It actually reminds me of Lock-In by John Scalzi, because in that book, our main character's name is Chris. And Chris, we don't know their gender because it's never said. So, and that kind of challenged those preconceived notions as well. I just love that idea. So, not a book that I would normally be super excited about, but again, I've heard such good things. It has the dual timeline. It has this challenge to gender norms. I'm excited to see what it actually ends up being and if I like it. Next up, I do have the Sirantha Jax series by Ann Aguirre that starts with Grim Space. This is actually a 6-book series that I have already read. It is just, I don't remember anything about it. I read it, I don't know how many years ago, but I remember loving it. And I'm very interested to reread it because I don't know if I liked it so much because it was actually a really good story for me, or if it was just the first science fiction that I actually liked. So I'm interested to go back and see. Literally, what I remember is that basically every single book made me cry, like sobbing tears, just awfulness. The main character is a bit of a jerk, at least for the first book, and I don't remember when she kind of turns into something not nice, I would say, but less of a jerk. And that there's this character who is a gigantic insect, and when I pictured this character, all I thought of was Zorak from Space Ghost, so that was my picture. So I am really excited to see if it holds up, if it's something that, I loved because it was the first space science fiction that really spoke to me, or if it's actually a good series. I don't know. I actually don't know which way that will go, and I'm really kind of excited to find out. The third book is called Extreme Makeover by Dan Wells. And in it, this company has created this lotion that has the ability as a byproduct, has the ability to rewrite your DNA so that you can become a physical clone of somebody else. And as soon as I heard that, I was like, I must read that because that sounds amazing. And that's such a great premise. You can go in so many different directions with it, and what are the implications, and abuse of power, and oh my gosh, it could be really, really interesting. Now, of course, the other half of my brain is you're going to be very sad with the science, though. I don't know that there's going to be a way to explain that science in a way where I am satisfied. Like, I'm probably just going to cry about the science, like, realistically. But I'm very used to suspending disbelief, and I am probably going to be able to do that in this book, hopefully, so that I can enjoy that storyline that does just draw me in. After that, the next book is A Thousand Pieces of You by Claudia Gray. This is a story where we follow our main character of Marguerite, and her dad invented something, I'm not sure what, but it allows you to travel to different dimensions and inhabit your body there. So it's not like you're going to the different dimension and you could accidentally meet up with yourself, because you're actually using the other body, using your body in the other dimension. Like, I don't know. But apparently somebody jumps from a different dimension, kills her dad, and then leaves before like any justice can be brought. And so Marguerite, travels after him to various different dimensions, inhabiting different versions of herself, meeting the different versions of all the people that she knows, and like obviously finding out different parts of the story and why this guy maybe decided to kill her dad. This sounds so interesting. I really, really love that special little touch of traveling to different dimensions, but inhabiting your own body. Because a lot of times when we talk about different dimensions, it's like a big thing where like, don't run into yourself, because like yourself might freak out and try to kill you. But this idea that like you can utilize that same body, I really, really like that. And the other part of this is obviously going to different dimensions means it's a huge what if game, right? We all play it. Like, what if I had done this? So what if I had turned left instead of right? What if I had just not gone to college? What if I had done like pursued this career? What if? What if? And going to different dimensions is just a big game of what if. And I love that so much. So I'm very excited to read that. And then the last thing on this list is This Is How You Lose the Time War by Amal El-Mohtar and Max Gladstone. This is a novella, I think. I don't think it's actually like a full novel, but I could be wrong. And in it, we have two time traveling agents from different timelines going back to try to secure the best future for their timelines. So they're rivals. And they leave letters for each other and that kind of thing. And I think it might actually be a romance. I don't know. The whole thing is just so cool. I love this idea because like a lot of times when we're talking about time travel, you get one person going back in time, or you get, the villain going back in time and our hero has to go back to stop them. And even occasionally you'll get groups of people from the same timeline going back. There's a book, and I don't remember the title. The second book in the series is called Spell or High Water. But that's one where there's like a group of people go back from the same timeline, generally. But what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Sorry, just completely lost my train of thought. No, so to have two different people coming back to try to like change the past, but they're from different timelines. I mean, I know it's been done before, but it's still so infrequently done that I'm okay. Like I'm still very, very intrigued by it. So I am very, very excited to read that. And that one, I'm actually hoping that I'll be picking up pretty soon. So you may see it quickly. That's it, guys. Oh, one honorable mention, and that is Qualify by Vera Nazarian. I didn't include this because that's actually on my TBR for this month, and I'm hoping that I'll get to it. So all the other ones are like nebulous, sometime in the future I'll read. But that one is like almost immediate. And that one has a bananas storyline. So very excited to read that one. But that's it, you guys. So let me know. Do any of these pique your interest? What is your favorite science fiction story? Let me know down below. And that's that's the end of this video. So I hope you guys have happy reading, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.